Today was a wild day in court for day 2 of the Lori Daybell murder conspiracy trial, her second one here in Arizona. And right from the jump, things were pretty tense. Lori Daybell was in court, but she didn't have any team members with her. And basically the judge came out and said that they had gotten an email saying that one of Lori Daybell's team members was still at their office printing out pictures and that they were late, so they had to delay the start of today, and he called that wholly unacceptable. So then the judge kind of scolding Daybell and her team before court began. Then the prosecutors wanted to address right away character evidence. They say that Lori Daybell brought in character evidence potentially into her opening statements. And character evidence is when you describe someone's traits or saying, I'm a loving person, something like that. Prosecutors were saying if that was going to take place, then that could open the door for them to possibly bring in Daybell's past convictions. So we did see a couple of witnesses take the stand. There was also, one of them was the owner of a Ring doorbell camera that was in the same Gilbert neighborhood where police say this all happened. And very quickly, we'll remind you of the focus of this trial, which is Lori Daybell is accused of conspiring to kill her niece's ex-husband, Brandon Boudreaux, with the help of her now late brother, Alex Cox, and this all took place in Gilbert. So that Ring video, you could hear that loud bang there. Well, really what happened next was Brandon Boudreaux, who survived this, again, what police call an attempted shooting, took the stand. If you remember, Daybell told the judge yesterday on Thursday that she didn't have the needed exhibits to cross-examine Boudreaux, so he was back up on the stand today, out of order, the judge allowing it, so that she could cross-examine him. We want to play you some of that cross-examination.
And until you sent me that text message on June 25th that we read yesterday, you and I had never had any disagreements with each other. Is that correct?
I would not agree with that statement. I'm not a confrontational person.
Okay. You've known me for all these years. Am I a confrontational person?
I'm going to object to character evidence under 404 and 405.
Sustained.
And during that, Daybell was warned again about character evidence. And then after, when the jury was out of the room, she was warned once again, except this time things really heated up. The judge kicking Daybell out of the courtroom right before a break in court. And those moments were very escalated. We want to show you those.
Stop. We'll have a very short hearing, okay? If you're going to introduce how you have great character and good character, we're going to have a short hearing on what evidence that they can bring in to rebut that character, which could include being convicted of 4 murders. So
and would you
talk
like
to your advisory counsel during the break? And
you don't need to yell at me either.
I'm at you, okay?
Yeah, you are, and you do not need to talk to me that way. I'm very courteous. I'm very courteous to you.
No, you have been nothing near courteous to me during the course of these proceedings. Talk with your advisory council about the rest of your cross. We're going to resume in 15 minutes.
The cross-examination of Brandon Boudreaux took hours. And at one point, Lori Daybell wanted to show an email from Brandon and a detective. It was between those two involving financials and life insurance money. She said that she didn't want to blame Boudreaux's ex-wife, whose name is Melanie, but that she wanted to talk to Boudreaux about these emails and his conversations with law enforcement. Well, prosecutors revealed something in court, and we want to play you what they had to say.
I guess the defendant has never raised a third-party defense. I'm not sure if she's trying to say that this was all Melanie Boudreaux, but that is actually an open investigation that is still ongoing. The state has obviously in trial referred to her as an active member of this conspiracy.
Daybell ultimately was allowed to ask specific questions, and that was the same for prosecutors as well. Now, in total, Friday, we saw 6 witnesses take the stand. The final one, a detective with the Gilbert Police Department, and that is where things will pick back up on Monday when we'll have your next Daybell debrief.